Greetings and welcome to Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter. I'll be your host this evening. I want to thank you for watching and tuning in. And if you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch and be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunt Hangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunt Hangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench, which is right below in memory of our friends. Now, if you're not a member or if you're not logged into the Stunt Hangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. Now, if you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunt Hangar will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in and you rather watch us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. You can enter your questions or comments in the chat box right over here. I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. And understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself. So be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. And by the way, you only can do this during a live stream. So like I said earlier, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you find the Stunt Hangar Video Hangouts that I host or the many building videos, contest coverage videos that Sparky does on this platform informative and enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Subscribe, share the videos, comments. All these engagements help the Stunt Hangar YouTube channel grow. And you also can please consider joining our Stunt Hangar YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. And by the way, I'm a member. I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account each and every month, and I don't miss it. And I suspect you won't miss it either. Plus, you'll be helping your hobby. Hopefully, you're as passionate about it as I am, and love the hobby and like for it to prosper. And but if you don't want to do the monthly subscription, do the super chat. Super chat is right below the chat box during a live stream. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, look for those three dots and hit that, and a sub menu will pop up and select super thanks. And hopefully you will donate incline and relationship to what you're receiving in return. I think we're doing more than just entertaining you. I think there's some great information being given here. I mean, Sparky's built like 500 airplanes. Okay, that is a lot. And then we have in our gallery people who are also equally gifted and talented. You know, can help you with flying or building. And plus, you can ask us questions. You can ask Sparky when he's building, and if he's doing something completely different, you can ask him questions. So for 17 cents a day to have all these shows, and Sparky does shows other days, and he actually does broadcasts when I'm on the show Mondays and Fridays, and plus those days in between. So, that is a lot. And come on, it's like a cup of coffee at not McDonald's, but at Starbucks or those Better Beans or Better Buzz, all those baristas. You'll spend that much money on a good cup of coffee. So just once a month. Now, if you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do that is to go to my YouTube channel. This is Sparky's YouTube channel. He happens to let me host the show. I've been doing this now for over 3 years, so over 300 shows. And but to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. Repeat that. Flying Control Line Stunt. And if you would, please locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which is a video that Sparky shot with his video camera, me flying his airplane called the Junar XL. And it's a beautiful plane, in my opinion, and very light. I think anybody who handled that plane would be surprised how light it was or is. I think it's even an ounce lighter than when I flew it. And anyway, if you go there and if you have a question or comment there, I'll be notified because that's my YouTube channel. So I'll be able to respond to you quickly as opposed to going on Stunt Hangar and posting a PM. Because honestly, I don't even go on there very often. I'm just so busy that I just come in here and do the show, and I don't go on the forum that often, surprisingly. So the best way to reach me is through my YouTube channel. Anyways, I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. I mean that. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family and friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. Without any further ado, I'm now going to post a link at Stunt Hangar Forum. Let me make my way there now and post the link, and the link is posted. So go ahead, refresh if you are there already waiting for me. It should be there. Let me see here. Let me do a few things here. I finally got my computer set up the way it used to be. Took a little while. I don't know if you ever formatted your computer, and it's kind of a pain. That's why I understand why someone actually buys a new laptop. It's a pain in the butt. Make my way over here to the studio, and I also rearrange my. I use 3 monitors to do the show, and I actually rearranged them. What was on the right is now on the left, and vice versa. I hope this helps me, especially when we do a share. See, when you share, when you guys share a screen, what happens is I lose the image of the gallery, and it actually reappears on another screen. And I had that shown up on the smaller monitor, and now I have the larger monitor. So when we go to a share screen, I can expand the gallery, and I think it's going to be working better. So I can't wait to see when someone shares something. I can see how it works. Um, I have a few people in the chat box. Thank you very much. Looks like we are at, I guess, it doesn't say how many concurrent viewers for some reason. Like I said, I switched the monitors around, but in the chat box, we have, hey, Naomi, how you doing?
How are you?
Doing good. Let me just finish this real quick. Marcel Legrand, he says, hi, Charles, and everyone at Stunt School. Thank you, Marcel Legrand. And then Gary Sinclair, who's a monitor, and he also is a member of our YouTube channel. The first member, he's in here, he says, like provided. And then Daniel Barry Sports Highlights says, yo. And so we're all caught up. This screen looks peculiar. I know I rearranged everything. Why is this thing the way it is? I got to get used to this, I guess, since I figured out how to get this the way I normally like it. But anyways, so how's things going with you, Naomi?
Um, I've taking a I'm working on a couple of different things still. Um, my twister which is like for a 25 size FP motor, but like a reduced size twister. So I
Right.
call it a twisterette. And then also a ringmaster that was started by Chris Brownhill, and he's no longer with us. So we got some of his planes, and this particular ringmaster, he started it, but he never finished it. It was sort of framed up, but um, not covered, and there was a few things that like kind of changed around a little bit. Put it, you know, right now it's everything's on hold until we get a little bit of better weather because I need to do the doping, and it's just too difficult to do that without the temperature being good enough that I can at least get out to the garage and open up the big door to let more air in because I was trying to do it in the workshop in the basement with the fan on and blowing the the fumes out the window, but I found that that still sometimes is not enough ventilation.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. It's
it's
just,
very important to have good ventilation.
yeah, and I seem to be reacting to a lot of the a lot of stuff right now. So I just figure it's better to just hold off for now and wait
Yeah,
until we get some better weather. And I think what set me off is because when we were doing the fillets on the Ringmaster, which like they had been partly done on one side with the superfill,
right.
right, but not on the other side. So Len had a bunch of superfills. So we were using the superfill and he was showing me how to do the fillets with the superfill. But like there's something about that superfill that as soon as like I was wearing a mask and everything, but still just the smell of it, even through the mask, was really, really bothering me. And then I started like breaking out in rashes and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I cannot use this stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think that kind of put a bit of a halt into my,
Oh, I would. Oh, was that your first
you
time
know,
using Superfill, or you've had other experiences with
for the
Superfill?
first time I've used it. Uh,
Okay.
I think Len has probably used it before, but usually when he uses it, he's careful to, try to not to get the like either like keep the workshop closed and vent it out the window and all this other stuff. So I'm not usually right there in the same room.
I see. Wow.
So
Yeah.
I won't be using any more superfill ever.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Women
just gonna
actually
have
have a
to go
better
back to,
sense of smell than men. So that's something women have, that they have better sense of
well,
smell. So that might be part of it
I
too.
I seem to be very sensitive to a lot of um things like just for whatever reason. So I gotta be more careful because it's not good. Like, all of a sudden you start breaking out in rashes and stuff like that. That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And now you remember watching Wendy Yanowski videos, right? Remember how Wendy had to be very careful because Karen was very sensitive to the smells. Remember that? Did you watch any of the videos of Wendy?
yeah, yeah.
And I know there are
Well,
other men. I know my friend Joe, his wife is also very sensitive to the to smells. So we have to be careful, you know.
yeah. I mean, there's certain things that just there's Gary. Uh, it just, but regardless, that's life, right? So hopefully, like if I'm where there's more like because we used to do our well, when the weather is good, we would do the doping in outside in the backyard, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
then you
that's
got lots of air,
yeah,
but it's all very weather dependent.
yeah. Looks like Gary Sinclair is making his way in here, but don't see him yet. I don't know if it's
No,
his
I don't.
weather or if it's he has a poor
Well,
connection.
Stuart,
Yeah, and then Stuart, I think this is Stuart Morrison. He's making his way. And in the chat box, we have John Miller. He says, "Hi, all. Still having computer problems. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, John. Thing is, and for some reason, I'm logged out of Stunt Hangar and can't get back. I was hacked and experiencing several problems because the buzzers. I think he might have meant bastards, but anyways. uh, Hey, stay, John, maybe stick around, and when Sparky comes in, hopefully Sparky comes in, he can straighten out your login. So keep watching this, and then when Sparky gets in, we can probably straighten that out. Okay. And there is a forget password function. I don't know if you can get to that point or not, but that should be available to you as well. But hopefully Sparky comes in. Anyways, looks like hey Gary Sinclair, you finally made it in. We
Yeah, I
had
made her
your
in.
name for the longest time, but didn't see you.
Yeah, I was on my way.
All right, good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good,
Good,
I
good.
guess, under the circumstances.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah, I know you are
Yeah,
busy, man. I appreciate you
yeah,
coming in. I know that Opal keeps you busy, so thank
yeah.
you
Well,
so much, man.
yeah,
I
she's in
appreciate it.
rehab right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is this you and your son?
yeah,
All right, cool. Cool.
yeah,
Cool. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
yeah.
I hope Opal's all right at rehab
Yeah,
too.
hope she comes out of this. Yeah.
All right. And let me say hi to Stuart. Hey, Stuart, how you doing, Stuart?
Good.
See you
Nice
move
day up
around.
here today. Holy smokes, it was like 60 degrees or something. I don't know.
Oh, was it windy though?
Oh, that was windy. I couldn't fly, but I went out in the garden and getting ready for spring, so that'll help when it comes time. But yeah, I couldn't believe it was this warm for this time of year. That's like something else.
Yeah. I think it's Tom Dixon. I'm not sure what the relationship was, but he thought that we should be practicing even in the house, all the time, so that you actually do more practice at home than you do at the field, because you can just use your finger or a handle, hold a control line handle, and practice flying anywhere really,
Yeah.
even without the plane. That way, you work on your timing and you just kind of get your muscle memory on what you're going to be doing and how you're going to do it and all that.
Yeah, I try to think of the pattern sometimes off and on during the day. I'm
Well, I've done that many times where I've flown with my handle and just like even turning in a circle and doing like I can do a whole pattern with just a handle in my hand, but once you put a plane on the end of the handle, for some reason, all that goes right out the window.
It does, but he still can help you when I remember when I was still remembering how to do like the square eight. It just helped me to go up, up,
Well, square
down,
eights are
down, up,
very
down, down.
confusing. Yeah,
And that just helps.
it's
Just
like,
even the muscle realizing what you're going to be doing, so before you actually
yeah,
do it, you already been practicing that. There's a lot of
yeah.
corners in the square eights. It can be confusing. So there's a benefit from just when people might think you're nuts, but we don't care what people think, right? But they already think we're nuts flying model airplanes, right?
Yeah, well, that
all
once
control.
you're nuts, you might as well just go for the glory, right?
And it's so funny because I don't use that word model airplane. I always tell people I went flying my airplane today, and next thing I know, we're having a conversation, and they're thinking I'm flying full scale aircraft, and I have to no, I'm
I've
sorry.
had people think that too when you talk about going flying and they think you mean a real like full size airplane
Yeah,
or they think you mean radio control that if because well myself included I never heard of control line until I met Len, so I didn't even know there was such a thing.
you're
I'd
not
never heard
alone.
of it,
And then some people think that,
never seen it, never heard of it, didn't know it existed.
and most people don't realize how big control line planes get. Most people think of those old half A's. They think of the
Yeah.
Cox planes. And when I tell them, the Cox is 049, and when I was flying my Stalker, which had an 81, they're like, whoa, that's a big engine. I go, yeah, it's a lot bigger than my 049, you know. Let me say hi to Ed Waski. How you doing, Ed?
Oh, hey, fine, everybody. Good to see everybody on there. And that actually got to fly two short flights on Sunday and three today and stuff. But it's one of those things where I'm still trying to get my body to cooperate as far as being steady on my feet after having both knees replaced and losing all kinds of strength and stuff. But I probably got up to about maybe 2 minutes today at the most, so which each time I'll just keep working at it and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Our hobby is full of guys that are, got some years, have lots of birthdays. And so, we're not like little kids, and it takes us a while to build up our strength and stamina. And I remember after I hurt myself, I actually went from my, 80-ounce Strega. I had to go down to like a ringmaster because I hurt myself. I couldn't even handle the pull. I flew my Strega one time prematurely thinking I can handle it. And I remember just being in excruciating pain. I couldn't wait for the engine to run out of fuel because it was, for
Well,
lack of better words, it was
and I
killing me.
and I still have airplane or car receivers hooked up to the throttle, and my son helps me. So, it's like, hey, listen, you gotta chop the throttle. I'm landing here and stuff. So, but yeah, I know what you mean. I couldn't even fly my RC planes after surgery because I couldn't stand, number one, but then to look up was just nope. But as it goes on, it just getting better and better. So I'm back to standing back up, but it not spinning around for how many years. It's a challenge
It
and
is.
stuff, but I'm having fun.
That's
And
the
I had my
important thing.
son. I had my son. He got a couple flights in, and I'm repairing.
All right. What do you got there? Ringmaster or what is
Yeah,
that?
ringmaster.
Let me make it big. Let me show everybody this airplane. There we go. All right.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
It hit a little bit hard and stuff, but at least he tried. And simple repair.
So who's the pilot? What image is that? I see a pilot. What is that?
Oh, that was just Brodak.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I had a ringmaster I had picked up from a hobby store called Hobby People back in the day. And
Yep.
maybe it was Hobby People. It was either Hobby People or our other hobby store. And what had happened was this couple must have got divorced, and the wife wanted to get rid of the airplane, so she bought it to a hobby store, thinking that they would buy it. And anyways, make a long story short, the pilot was the wife. So that was, I don't know how they did it, but it was like a photograph. And
Well,
they
actually,
backed it.
I did that for the one guy that works with me. I took he took a profile picture of his daughter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an app out there that once you reduce it, it will give you left and right side.
DNA sample from whoever Brooks had relations with.
And it's actually pretty easy.
All right. Well, that's probably what they did. So that was interesting. Flying that plane with the image of the wife on there.
Yeah.
And, I think I gave that away to somebody. I don't know what happened to that plane. I don't have it anymore. But it was a pretty decent flying ringmaster. I'm not really a big fan of the ringmasters as far as aesthetically. Just my own personal opinion. My own personal opinion. I think when you're flying the plane, seeing the silhouette of a ringmaster, I think it's a butt ugly airplane. So I don't really like flying that much because they're just ugly to me. But they're good flying planes. Thank God for ringmasters and flight streaks. I'm more of a flight streak guy. I like the flight streak over the ringmaster.
Yeah, I like the Nobler.
Oh yeah, well that was the first plane I ever saw. That was So it has
my first one though was a Super Ringmaster when I was 12 years old, something like that, and that with a McCoy 35.
The Super Ringmaster. That's a built-up fuselage. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a built-up fuselage with an upright engine.
Yeah, I don't know if I've actually seen one in person or not. I know I've seen the images of them, on the box. But is that a good flying plane? Is that better than the profile?
Oh, I couldn't fly for much back then either. It was I had the Ringmaster, Super Ringmaster, and the Sterling Yak, and I could fly level and do a few loops and stuff, but that was about it back then.
And that was plenty fun, wasn't it?
Oh heck yeah! I used to do 049s in my backyard with whatever lines we had to use to make it happen. And I had a twin Tiger Cat F7F that I made myself with 2049s that I'd fly in the parking lot behind my house and stuff. So yeah, had a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun, no doubt about it. Cool.
Yep.
I think Philip Bailey came in next. Hey, Philip, how you doing? I know I had to mute you. There's background noise.
That's all right. Just got the TV going in the background. I'm doing great. We just we've had two days of beautiful weather. Guys called me. They're going flying. Tommy, Buddy, and I don't know who else is going to show up going flying in the morning. So should be good weather for it. We'll see what happens. But everything's going well. There seems to be. I went to the Vicky and I went to the show in Georgia this weekend. Saw Mike down there, and Mike picked up a heck of a nice airplane, one of Bob Dixon's old Crystals. He picked it up, and I would have got it. I saw it, looked at it, just fell in love with it. But and make it easy, we drove the Mustang down, and there's no way to get a Crystal in a Mustang.
Yeah, I saw the crystal. Mike showed it last Friday.
Yeah.
Last Friday?
Yep.
Okay,
Just
he
got-
did get it. He did get it last Friday. And he was
Yeah.
on Friday night. Yeah, he had
Just
they
got
must have
back.
they must have had a little better Wi-Fi than we had. Ours was spotty to say the least. I got in a light, but that was about as far as I could get with getting the signal out. But I listened to most of the show. I didn't get to see it, but I got to watch it. But we were
He called from his garage.
Yeah.
He called from his garage.
He was already home Friday night.
He just got back.
Wow. He must have hauled
You're
boogie.
behind, Phil.
Yeah.
And I must be.
That Mustang, you got to put that pedal to the metal.
No, man. I like my insurance rates just where they are. There used to be a radio personality here in town that had a saying. He said every day when he signed off, he said, myself, I'd rather drive a little slow, be a little late than be the late George Lee. And I have to agree with George. I knew George for many years, and he was a pretty interesting guy. But no, I don't. We don't do a whole lot of speeding. I've done my share on the racetrack, and no.
What are you going to take out tomorrow when you go flying, Philip?
Probably a ringmaster. I picked up Bob. Wait a minute, Bob Barron's old Humbug. I've got it over here. I've got to do some work on it though before I can fly it. But it's. I had always wondered what happened to this airplane. I kept hearing stories that the guy in Florida got it, and I said, "Nah, it don't sound right. Something don't sound right." Because he kept talking about it, and what he got was the 60 powered one, the great big one. And but I wondered what happened to this little one, and I didn't hear anything about it. So then we were down there Friday morning and walked in, and the first building I walked in went about 100 feet and saw it sitting there, and I ran around the table to take a look. And I asked the guy what he wanted for it, and it was so little that I bought it. It does not have the 32 in it. I don't know what motor it's got in it. I haven't even taken the cowl off of it yet to look, but it looks like an OS 25 FSR. That's what I think it is with a double star muffler on it and deflector. But it's a cool little airplane. I really like the little airplane, but I don't know what motor's in it right now. But I'll find out. I'll find out and try to get it on here next week. Or maybe Friday night. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be nice.
But, I can't believe this is Monday. I mean, it says this weekend has flown by. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. But how is everybody? Charles, are you doing any flying?
Yeah, we went out today. Joe Mata and myself went out today. I think we actually stole a day because today was overcast. In the morning, the ground was wet. I really had doubts that we could fly, and he lives really close to the flying field. So he went and checked it out. He said it was flyable. So I said, okay, I'll be on my way. I'll let you know. And so we met today and flew out there. I've been flying that plane I call the Crashable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the show, but
yeah, I saw it on the rerun.
Yeah, so I flew that, and he flew his Twister, and he has a really nice Twister. I really like his Twister. I've flown it. It's a real nice. The fuselage is all built up, even though it's a profile. It's basically stick and stick and then has sheeting over it. But it's a really nice light. He has a Brodak 25 on it, and Mike Lonke flew it at the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge to ring it out. So it's a good flying plane.
It sounds like it. I'm
It
looking
is.
forward to getting mine finished. I bought a twister kit so I could build another Stinger. I said I'm gonna do it just like I did the first one, except it will be fuselage will probably get replaced with one like you say, built up plywood sides and stick insides. Just because I want to get it a little bit lighter. I think with that long tail moment, if it were a little bit lighter in the back end, it'd probably fly even better.
You know
But,
what else is neat about his twister is that the push rod goes through the center of the fuselage.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
all
I've done that.
you don't see the controls at all. So it's
Yeah.
pretty neat. And the elevator, it's all inside the fuselage. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you thumbs up to that, right? That's Steven.
I've
You
done
saw
that a couple
you
times.
saw that
I've
Las
done-
Vegas, right, Steven?
I've
Remember the
done that
orange
on a
blue
couple
one?
planes.
Yeah.
It looks neat.
Yeah,
It really does.
that's why I was raising my hand. I was gonna say, don't forget to mention the internal push rod on that twister. That's very, very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got that on a couple planes myself. It does nice and looks neat. And then the funny part of it is when somebody goes to look at it and says, well, that's a profile, but where's the controls? Inside the fuselage, huh? I always have the same remark, huh? How do you do that? Well, it's
Yeah.
hollow.
I don't think I have a picture of that plane, but if maybe Joe Mott, if he's listening, if he can get away, maybe he can share it with us.
It'd be neat. That'd be neat.
So I think
I tell you what, it's been it was a fun weekend though down there. There were 4 buildings of 3 buildings. Everybody kept telling me 4, but I only remember 3 of models everywhere on Friday. And on Saturday, we thought the empty tables would be filled up because we figured people had to work. Friday was the big day. Saturday, come home and forget it because Friday was the big day.
Oh, new one. Let me have another raspberry.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I picked up some Monaco to repair my SV11 and my Vector, and it looked almost cream till you put it upside the SV11. Nope, that's it. That's white. So we'll be able to get her fixed finally. And got it coming along. It's looking like I probably could fly it this weekend, but I'm going to test the electronics that are in it. I tested the electronics in the Vector, and I had to fix the board on it. It's all fixed and works in cold weather, but I started working on the one for the SV11, and guess what? It's 70 degrees. So anyway, can't win them all.
Very
Can't
cool.
win them all. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get Howard Rush's attention. Hey, Howard, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
All right. I feel,
Howard.
Charles, thank you.
Good to see you,
I'm
Howard.
glad you feel.
Yeah, I got a package back that I sent to you. I got to send it again, but I know what I did wrong. So
Okay.
I'll send it again. Anyway.
So Howard, you're still making plaques and trophies for contests, or have you made any progress on your dog?
Both.
Oh, good.
Both?
Yeah, nothing too exciting to talk about, Matt. Just fixing a dog, making trophies.
Good deal.
All right,
Good deal.
living the life, sounds like.
Yeah, and the life, yes.
Very good. Thank you. And I think Stephen Minchella came in after you, Howard. Hey, Stephen, how's it going, man? You have to unmute yourself. There you go.
There you go. No, I'm doing good. How you guys doing? How's everybody?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Very
Doing good.
nice.
Yeah.
You been doing any flying, or was the rain?
I got
interfering?
the Nobler patch back up and took it out on Sunday and flew it, and then flew the Ringmaster a little bit, put it on some longer lines, and I put a 10-4 on it. I took the 9.6 off it, put a 10-4 on it, and I turned it up to about 11,050 RPMs, and I got it to actually slow down a little bit and still still maintained just about the same pull as with the 9.6. But it was so windy. It was so windy that I didn't take a chance and fly it on Sunday afternoon. So I'm going to go out on Wednesday again on Wednesday with John and see if I can put a couple patterns on it and see how it does doing that. And also in doing so, I took my fuel consumption from about, I think a little under 6 minutes, about 5 minutes and 45 seconds to 7 minutes and 15 seconds. So it'll actually fly a full pattern now.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's no fun when you're anxious about do you have enough fuel? Do you have enough fuel? And listening to the motor. And so now that you have some room, some breathing room, you can relax.
Right. Absolutely.
Very good. Thank you for coming in, Stephen. I appreciate it. And Mark Lumen, excuse me, Mark Y, excuse me. But Mark Lumen, long time no see.
Yeah, hey guys, how is everybody?
Doing well.
Hey,
Doing
Mark.
well.
Doing good.
Good.
Good. I'm out in Las Vegas punishing people for a month for type ratings, so I got a busy month, but I think I sent you a picture. I shipped an airplane out here,
Good.
built one just to have one, because I can leave it out here, just shipped the fuselage and the wing unmounted, and I'll smell up the hotel room here and get it mounted up here when it gets here. Yeah. But as everybody else is having issues too, there was 60-mile-an-hour winds here yesterday. So
60?
60.
Dang.
Mm.
Dang. That's
That-
amazing.
So obviously, I still got a little bit of work to do when it gets here, but I've got some build photos if you guys want to see.
Yeah, I'd like to see what's going on. I like your builds.
Let me see if I can get to the right place here.
Plus, I get a chance to see how this new configuration works.
Yeah.
I got this new monitor configuration.
Okay. See if I can get everybody moved to the right place here. Okay. Let's start here. Of course, I have to give the shameless decal on the airplane. Is that showing up, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, I see you.
Yep.
You're a Kansas City fan.
Yeah. Well, kind of by default since I moved out here, just basically this just put together a simple fuselage, very, very simple, no full fuse. And put it in my old vector wing. That old vector wing deserves to fly because it's hit the ground more than once. And it still comes out in one piece. So it needs to be in the air. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that fuselage. It looks nice.
Yeah, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the finish. I didn't get the grain totally filled, but yeah.
It's good.
And that'll be kind of the state that it's in when it gets out here, and I'll just remount the wing. I've pretty much I preset everything I possibly could, with incidences and stuff like that, so should be fairly easy to get everything back together. I'm gonna put a LA-46 on it, and that should work well, out here.
So what incidences are you talking about? You use zero incidents? Or what do
Zero,
you?
zero wing, zero stabilizer and things like that, and just so when I get it mounted up out here, I'll have it's very close. Let's put it that way, before I get everything epoxied up, and what else?
So as a pilot, what do you think about having a little bit of down incidents in the engine and a little up incidents in the stab? What do you think about that as a pilot, as a real pilot?
Well, different airplanes. I mean, they have some different offsets. I think our control line models are a tad different. Normal aerodynamics. And I'm sure that the way we stunt and stuff like that. That I think the down engine instance has its merit. I'm not far enough along in the hobby to understand if that's going to help me or hurt me. Right now, this is built at zero with just about a 2-degree offset for the engine. and a little bit offset on the tail. Yeah. Um, and I got some more clear. Finally, you got some a decent enough weather to start putting clear on the P-51.
Nice. Looks good.
And it's getting there. This is well, it's kind of a home design from Dave and myself, and we're gonna call it a Spirit series, you know, profile, you know, very very hardy airplane. Yeah.
It looks very hardy. That is
Yeah.
going to be, that wing is not going to do anything but stay straight.
No, and it's pretty light. It's pretty light. You know, it'll end up full together. Dave just finished his. We built some almost identical ship. Just finished his, and he's ended up right at about 49 ounces. You know.
What rudder is it going to have?
I don't have a picture of the rudder, but the rudder's gonna be mounted a little bit forward. You know, you know, I don't know if I got a picture of. I may actually have a picture here, so I'm not gonna bore you guys to death here.
And you're not boring us. And I like the wheel pants too, by the way.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that looks neat. You got my favorite chipmunk back in the corner.
I like the
CL3.
Yeah,
I love this. I love the Super, but the CL3 is my favorite.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, we found the kit for one of the originals.
Yeah.
Don't know if I have a picture. Okay, yeah, there we go. This is the duplicate that I'm building that Dave built. He called this
cool.
the Key Spirit. Yeah,
looks nice.
That's the rudder. Yeah.
Very nice.
I think I think this kind of all is new and different. Old pictures.
I see you had some getting used to do.
Oh yeah.
Big difference from where you were flying and where that plane's flying.
Oh yeah. Big, huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. The golf green polo field was magic, you know.
Yeah.
Not sharing here. Yeah.
I really like his wheel pants, so that really looks good.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And I've got one more I'm gonna start up, you know. I don't know what's gonna be my Nats airplane, you know. Yeah. But as long as I got plenty to choose from.
There you go.
For the unlikely event that, you know, we find the ground and practice, you know, just pick up another one and keep going. Yeah. I'm gonna build a Foxfire.
Yeah.
You know,
Foxfire.
Yeah,
good airplane.
Fire from it's about 66, right, Phil?
Somewhere in there, yeah. Yeah, Tom Looper showed me about that plane years ago and showed me pictures. And I always wanted to build one, I never have. But then I always wanted to build a Zephyr, and I never did.
We found the plan. I say we. Dave found the plans that he had that actually Cochran gave him. You know, and that's his original drawings. There's never any. I don't think there's ever been any full size plans ever made. You know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get it together. Good looking airplane, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be neat just to have one. It's a cool looking airplane.
Yeah.
And designed from the get go for a Fox 35. So
yeah.
Great looking little airplane.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Naomi, for coming in. I appreciate it. Naomi's gonna duck out, and then Lynn will take over maybe. But hey, thanks, Mark. That's I really want to see that Foxfire. That Foxfire, and I'm intrigued. I don't know. I've never even heard of it.
I've got it kind of boned out. I didn't have any pictures of it, and I need to start carving. When I've got a busy month, so I'll be out here in Vegas all month, and hopefully get up with Steven a little bit. And the field is only 10 minutes from here.
Oh, great!
And where I saw you last time, Charles.
Right.
And you know, I'm off. I got early morning shifts from like 6 in the morning till 10 or 11, and I'm off every day after that. So, you know. if the wind will cooperate and everything shows up in one piece. Yeah. And
Mark,
hopefully,
are you doing simulators or flying real airplanes out there? I mean, I know it's real airplanes.
yeah, simulators here. We've got
Okay.
simulators here and in Miami. Yeah.
Okay.
We got an 800 sim here, a 400 and 800 sim here, and basically the same in Miami. Yeah. I like it.
I never thought those things could possibly feel real. But when
Boy.
Piedmont Airlines was here in Winston, they were the training site for the 737.
Yeah.
The simulators were here.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine who was in the fishing club and the flying club that I was in told me to come out there one night. He said, well, let's set your buddy. You're a hot shoe in a Cessna. Let's see what you can do. That thing scared the crap out of me.
Oh,
That
yeah.
twin engines, and you turning it, forget the rudder, do it with the motors. Oh, that was, with a DC-3, which is the only twin I had ever flown at the time, was no trouble to turn it, with the motors. But a jet reacts different. And I didn't realize that. Quite different. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot more to learning to fly a different airplane than I ever thought, because I never flown very much that was any different. I mean, the DC-3 is a big, slow thing. Get used to a Cessna. It's a big, slow thing. The only thing about DC-3 that scared me, when you chop the throttles, everything I'd ever flown comes down. DC-3 thinks it's a sailplane. Wants to keep going.
Great airplane.
Yeah, it is. I love them.
Very
But
cool.
anyway, good luck out there and have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Let me catch up on the chat box, guys. Philip Bailey, you gave us a like. Thank you very much, Philip. And then Henry Bruce said, good evening, all. Thank you, Henry Bruce. Thanks for coming back. And then Mark Lumen, who's a member of our YouTube channel. Thank you, Mark Lumen, for your financial support. Appreciate it. And says, got your like, be on there in the short. And then John Skukulek, who's also a member of our YouTube channel. Thank you for your financial support, John Skukulek. I appreciate it. And he gave us a like. And then John Miller said, when Bob flew that Humbug at BSC, I believe he had a 28 or a 29 in it.
That's what's in it now.
Oh,
OS Max 28. I'm sure that's what, I haven't looked, but I'm sure that's what it is. It's a small OS Max FP case. So I'm sure that's what it is.
Is that the one with the twin?
Hang on a second.
All right, cool. Hey, Mark Wise, you're up next. I just wanted to let you know I'll get to you.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
All right. Oh, great. Now he's going to show us the plane. Let me make it big. Let me get my mouse over here so I can make it big. And oh, man, that's awesome. Yeah, very cool.
I saw Bob fly this. Bob flew this at Huntersville. I mean, at Winston-Salem. He and Tom Dixon came up, and I saw Bob fly this, and he gave me, I said, I'd love to have one of those, but the darn plans from AMA are so hard to get. He says, well, hell, follow me to the car. And he got me a set of his hand-drawn plans, which the only problem to him is, you had to understand, he liked building planes like this, upside down. And
okay,
I kept trying to figure out, why is the inboard wing shorter than the outboard wing? Then I realized, oh, it's drawn upside down.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's showing its age a little. It's starting to separate a little right there. I got a crack I got to fix, but it's not a big deal. It's right in there weight wise with mine, and it feels real good. But that's an unbelievable big prop for that little bitty motor.
What size prop is that?
I haven't measured it, but it looks like a 10. It looks like about a 10.6.
Wow,
that's a big prop. So I don't know. We'll see.
Very nice. Light gear and everything. That's neat.
Yeah, it's light. It feels pretty good. It's right in there weight wise with mine. I went and picked mine and picked this one up, and I'd have to get a scale to tell you which one's lighter. They're pretty darn close.
What kind of finish is that?
Monocoat on the wing. It's bunny coat on the wing, and then needs to be tightened up. But monocoat on the wing, and the fuselage is painted. But as you can see, or maybe you can see, the front has kind of faded. I guess that's from the fuel.
Okay.
Bob told me these things don't last very long. So he said, build it quick and quick, down and dirty, and fly the dickens out of it. Enjoy it while you can, and build another one. So
Very
I don't
nice.
know. He flew this one a lot from what I've been able to understand from people. Lasted a lot longer than he expected.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Sharon.
I'll let you know how it flies when I get a chance to fly it. It's just one of my favorite planes. I don't know. I don't know why I like that thing so much. It's not that it's really handsome. It's not that I don't know what it is. I just like that airplane. And they're so much fun to fly. They come off the ground so quick. You really got to pay attention. But
Wow.
I don't know. Bob really could fly that thing.
Very good. Thank you very much. I'm trying to see how many likes we have. This configuration on this monitor is a little bit different, and I don't know why I'm not seeing how many likes. I know we have 21 concurrent viewers, but I don't see how many likes we have. I went ahead and muted you, Philip, but thank you for your likes. I don't see how many likes, or I don't think we have any super chats either. So please consider giving us a super chat, or if you're watching the replay, give us a super thanks. And let me see. I think I'm all caught up in the chat box. And hey, Sparky, how you doing?
Good.
I was telling John Miller, if you come in, you might be able to help him get back in. He has a new computer, and he's having a hard time logging into the Stunt Hangar.
Okay.
You got any questions for John Miller?
No, his username is John Miller, right?
We'll find out when he responds. John, go ahead and respond. What is your username? Sparky's asking.
Is he on here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
I don't see it.
I mean, he's in the chat on YouTube.
Oh, I can't do nothing for him over there. He's
tried to log in before, but he just had a hard time getting into the Stunt Hangar forum.
Get him on here, and then I can send him a private message. But I can't send him a private message on YouTube. You know, I don't want to reveal his password to the world.
Let me, hey, John Miller, I'll email you the link to get into the show, and then you can work out with Sparky. Just give me a second here. Mark Wise, you want to go and say hello to everybody and
Sure.
get us up to date?
Sure. Thanks, Charles. Hey, guys. Two things I wanted just to let you know about. One, hopefully tomorrow, at worst Wednesday, every Pampa member is going to get a copy of a letter that I sent to Chad Boudreaux, who's executive director of AMA, and Rich Hansen, who's the president, which was a follow-up to the meeting I had with them maybe 2 weeks ago or so. And it really narrows, I got real specific about the kind of things we need to talk about and things we need to do together. And I wanted every member to know what's going on. So you should get that tomorrow, again, at the worst, Wednesday. And the bigger news is about the World Championship. On Sunday, Bill Lee asked me to set up a Zoom meeting with about 19 people responsible for the World Championship coming up in August. And the reason we were meeting is it's up to the host country, the country that accepts the award from FAI, to have a cutoff date of go or no go. And the decision there is really, it's a financial decision, and it's based on the number of people who have signed up to fly. If you get too few, your expense ratio is out of whack, and no one wants to come up with that kind of money. Putting on a world event is a lot of money, in my opinion. So we had a meeting. Bill went through his budget and went through a couple of things that we called kind of a squeeze page, that if things happen this way, maybe we can get money out of that. And we were only on maybe 30 minutes, and we were all optimistic. We like the way the numbers are panning out. So it's on.
Good.
FAI knows that it's on. The pilots will know shortly. So the dates that are there are the dates that we're going to be doing it. Of course, the Nats will precede it, and between the two will be the World Championship, will be the World Cup. But again, that will not be an F2B because we do our Nats for that. So anyone who's making plans wants to go to the World, you'll have a World Championship to watch. I got a nice note today from Les McDonald. He's going. So it's going to be maybe like an all-star day there, and get some of the best guys we've ever had flying to Muncie. So we're happy about it. It's some work, but I think anything worthwhile is work. And so that's where we are. And I just wanted everyone to know, because I know a lot of people are making plans. So thank you, Charles.
Hey, thank you, Mark. And that's great news. I am making plans to go to the World Championships.
Did you get it, Charles, the message?
I did. Thank you. Thank you, Sparky. But I'm waiting for John Miller to come in.
Well, you can, if you got his phone number, right?
Yeah, I can call him.
Yeah, but you got to put the capitals in. It's got to be in exactly like I showed you.
All righty. Let me, hey, John Miller, it'd be easier if you came in, John Miller. If you're hearing me, come on in. I sent you the link. Check your email. Sent you the same link that would be on the forum. John Miller says my username is John Miller. Yeah, John Miller, just check your email and that'll bring you right in.
And then you can cut and paste the password I just sent you. It's just a temporary password. He needs to change it again.
All right. Thank you. And then Jonathan Caradas. I see you in a different locale in your room. Did he freeze up? It's like he froze up.
You're too far away from the modem.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yeah, I'm just epoxying the bell crank into the Hurricane wing.
Oh, well, why don't you go and take care of that?
That's why I had the sound off.
Yeah, well,
no,
that epoxy operation.
Finished.
That's okay. Good.
You got me right on the right. You got me right to the second. I've just finished.
All right, good.
So if I start waving my arms around, if I start waving my hands around and there's a wing attached, you'll know it's gone hard on me. Yeah. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
How's things? Yeah, good. I haven't done any flying over the weekend. It was too wet. But yeah, this is my man cave. Got all my junk in here. I'll show you around a bit while I'm here. But I've got a whole lot of aircraft outside in the garage too.
Yeah, your bandwidth is kind of low.
What you can see.
Jonathan, your bandwidth is kind of low. Your image is kind of taking a little bit of a hit. You might be pretty far from your router, huh?
Yeah, that's way down the other end of the house.
Yeah. And we can see the planes. Probably not as clear as they would come up with the strength of your bandwidth was 4 to 5.
That's okay. The finish looks good when the photography's crap.
Tell the appearance judges that when you say it looks better on the internet.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to show you. There's an Argus in there and a Banshee in behind it. No, there's a whole lot of stuff in the garage as well. But we had a room out here at the moment.
And that's great. You got a lot of airplanes. I see you have the disease also.
Lost the sound.
No doubt about it. He's got the affliction as bad as I do, if not worse. He got a bunch of models.
Hey, Charles, text me John's number.
All right, thank you. John said he'll look for the email, but I'm going to text it to you. Let me see here. Let me get to who haven't we got to? I think we've got to everybody. Except for you, Sparky.
Well, that's good because I'm getting ready to get out of here. That's why I'm asking for John's number so I can fix it before I go.
All righty.
I finished up Steve's airplane. He took it home today.
Oh, fantastic.
I thought he'd be on here maybe, but I guess not.
You going to show the test flights?
If I get out there, he may get it flying before I get out there.
What motors you end up with? 46?
No, he's got an electric motor in it. I don't know what
Oh,
it is.
electric. Okay.
Yeah, it's a wimpy electric airplane. Did you text it, Charles?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to text it to you now, Sparky. Just give me a second.
I'll just text him his password. I can't believe every time something screws up, I got to go through this.
Whoops. I don't want to send it to John. I want to send it to you. Ah. Just a second. Dang it.
I got a question for you, Wally's allowed.
Yeah, go ahead.
How
Thank
many
you.
of you guys? How many of you guys block off your the movement of your bell crank? Actually, put a stop on it.
Nobody.
All right, Sparky, I just sent it to you. I don't, Jonathan Carradis, but I've heard of other people doing that.
You texted it to me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Do you put stops in your bell crank?
Did for combat, for panic maneuvers, you know, you get full control.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
not for stunt. Well, I have a stop to keep it from going over center, like Ken Culbertson was talking about. No, you want your bell crank to move as far as you can, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Go ahead, Phil.
What is that trophy? That's pretty.
Oh,
Oh, this thing here? You want
No,
to show off the what you got there, Howard?
this is a work in progress. It's the Las Vegas trophy, a Las Vegas trophy. It doesn't.
That's sharp. It lights up.
Yeah, colors don't show up very well there. It's red and green and yellow.
I think it's sharp. That's very neat.
I see the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
There's the
working.
red. It's on the small in letters.
Yeah.
Inside letters.
Tell Alexa to turn your lights off and leave it on.
It turns them off. She turns them off in the next room. So. I can do it here. I turn these on. All right. Document yourselves while I turn off the
All right. I have a Ara in the chat box. He says Rodak has a 2023 date and schedule on its site. Do we take the week before Father's Day dates and assume the schedule of events is the same?
That helped a little bit. You can see where the lettering is red and
Yeah,
That's
white.
sharp.
doesn't show up very well here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is the week before Father's Day.
Thank you, Philip.
I don't know what happened to Mark. He would know. He would know too. I mean, but since he's the CD, he might know. But
Yeah, he
that's
would
what it's
know.
always been. Traditional date's always been the week before Father's Day. Last day is Saturday, and Sunday is Father's Day.
And for those who've never been, you got to go at least one time. And I would suggest that you get on the stick because there probably won't be too many more of them.
And it's more fun than you're going to have in a model contest. It is a blast. It's the most fun model contest. I've been to Tucson. I've been to the Nats. I've been all over creation, and that's the most fun contest you'll go to.
Absolutely. That is the funnest contest you will ever go to. I vouch for that. That's only been the one. And
So it's a hoot.
I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. I wonder if I could find that picture of me flying at Brodax.
We're just on the home stretch of closing this narcotics ring, so yeah, sure.
But I had a blast there.
John Miller, if you can hear, I texted you the password and it must be typed in with those capital letters exactly like that. And that's all I can do for you. Well, there's Mark Weiss. He can tell you when Father's Day is for sure, but I'm sure Phil Bailey's correct.
We're looking for the Brodak dates?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a schedule because Ara said that Brodak has the 2023 dates and the schedule on its site. Do we take the week before Father's Day 2024 dates and assume the schedule of the events is the same? Is the question.
Yeah, let me let's see, that's June. Yeah, it's Sunday the 9th to Saturday the 15th.
And Dennis Adamison, who's a member of our YouTube channel, thank you for your financial support, Dennis. Appreciate it, and you support us also coming in, and appreciate that. All the he shows us a lot of documentation, a lot of stuff. He helps us show tremendously, and he provided us with a like.
Let me call this guy. This is I can't believe I don't even.
Yeah. So let me do a screen share of me at Brodax here. I don't know. People might not have seen this picture in years.
There you go.
That's John Wright's Tutor 1.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if that's the flight that Dennis Adamison was helping me with, but
he launched it for you, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if this is the very first flight, but if it's not the first flight, it's the second flight at Brodax with and the first flight, I had not ever flown this plane at all. I just John Wright let me fly it, and I did an official. I had no idea what to expect. And that's probably why I'm so intense right there.
You know, the right behind you to the left in the blue jeans and a check shirt, that's Mike Waldron.
Yes. All
and
right.
It looks like his dad sitting just across from him.
Oh, very cool.
And I'm not sure who's over your left shoulder.
Yeah.
Tell.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah. And there's the weenie wagon to the right.
Right. Steven, you got to go there, Steven, if you can. I mean, it's the funnest.
Correct.
Yeah, it's the funnest contest you'll ever go to, man.
Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the grass gets cut frequently, and so it's short and nice. It's a lot of fun.
That's his yard, right? That's his house and his yard
That's
and his
his
house.
backyard.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way cool.
Was that your handle, Charles?
No, I think
Was
that's
that handle,
John.
that
That's
handle
John
yours,
Wright's handle.
Charles?
That's John Wright's handle.
Quite large, quite wide.
Yeah,
Very wide
it
handle.
was kind of the handle was designed to kind of give you an exponential type of feel. And
Yeah.
the plane flew good. Matter of fact, that was the very first time I ever flew a what is that motor? OS Max
35S.
35S. I was so enamored with that 2.4 brake. I had not experienced that before. That was such a sweet motor.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if I ever get a chance to get one of these, I got to get one of these. So I have about 4 of them right now.
They're good. They're good.
They are some good motors. There's some good motors. So we got that straightened out, and
so you're the one that keeps beating me out for them on eBay.
No, I haven't done this in years, man. I have some, and I haven't. I see them. I still have a search reminder. I get prompts in my email frequently, but I'm just curious. I mean, I won't buy one unless it's just an absolute steal. And I'm looking for the only ones I want where the exhaust port has those metal dowels kind of on outside the sides of the exhaust port. If it doesn't have, and I want those to be deep, I mean long, where it's comes all the way out. Because I drill through that and then I thread it so I can attach the muffler, like a tongue muffler to it, because the muffler goes with it, has at that strap. And so I only want that type of crankcase, the one I can modify easily, if that makes sense to anybody. And let me see here. I think Tom Rammel, it's been a while, Tom Rammel, but he gave us a like. Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate that. Tom Rammel goes on to say, robot placed 5th out of 55 robots in schools on Saturday at the regionals in Duluth, I think Minneapolis or Minnesota.
Minnesota.
MN's
Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Naomi was in here earlier. I know you know that, but thank you for allowing her to grace us with her presence. And I noticed that when she said garage, she says garage. And so why did she say garage and you say garage?
I don't know.
I didn't know if she was from Canada or not. I was like, I was going to ask her that, but I didn't want to go off into a tangent. But I thought
I can give you a pretty good idea why. My grammar sucks.
Well, now, Jonathan Carrodus, you say garage, right? I think Jonathan Carrodus says garage. What?
We say garage.
Oh, you say garage. All right.
Garage. Like Gary. Yeah.
I get it.
It's all good. It's all good, Charles, as long as you got one.
Yes. It is nice to have a garage or garage or
as long as you got one, it's all good.
Yes. And haven't had one for a long time. So I mean, I've had one now, but there was a time I didn't have a garage to build in.
Sucks. It sucks when you don't have one. I've been there. I know that game.
You build in the house, and that's a problem. I had to when I did do some building. No.
Let's get it straight here.
I had to vacuum and dust the whole house. That was the agreement.
Hang on, Charles. You build in the house and you build in the garage. You build in both.
Okay. I do a little bit of both now. I do a little bit. My garage is so messed up. I can't even. I have to use a dining table to put the whole plane out.
I have two. I'm lucky, Charles. I have 2 shops. One in the garage, one in the basement.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Very
So
lucky.
Brent Williams, he left us a message and he deleted it or retracted it. And then he said, howdy. Howdy, Brent. Thanks for coming in. And thanks everybody else in the chat box for coming in. I don't know what's up. Did you ever hear back from John Miller, Sparky?
I had to call him.
Did he answer?
Yeah, he got on.
All right, great, great. Let me see here. So you've been
I
doing
want to say one thing though. When these problems happen, guys, it's not on Stunt Hangar. It's operator error. So you got to look and see what you're doing.
Equipment is everything.
What's that?
What was that, Lynn?
I said equipment is everything. If you have bad equipment, it makes it very difficult to do the stunt hanger thing.
Yeah, well, I think John Miller has a new laptop.
No,
Oh, that's good. He should. Oh,
No.
okay.
No, that's not what he said.
Okay.
No.
Oh, really? Well, I hope he doesn't come in with his old laptop, because I thought he had a new one, and that's going to make everything much better for him, because he was having problems with the microphone and the video. Because he had gotten a new laptop, and then it was defective, and he sent it back. And so I was waiting for him to get his returned or substituted
New
one.
one.
And I was thinking he couldn't get in because of that. Anyways, Lynn, you've been doing any flying? I know that you've been working more and all that.
No, I'm just living in the workshop right now.
Oh, that's right. It's really cool.
Yeah, just
Cold
trying to
and
get that
windy.
nobler down. I mean, I could have flown today. The weather was beautiful, but I won't fly till about the 15th of May. I don't have any reason to go flying, and it's too hard for me to deal with airplanes and fuel and loading and unloading cars and crap all over the place when I've still got the building board in full flight. I just can't do everything. I find it hard now. So I build until I'm finished building for the season, then I put it all away, and then I go and I fly for the season. I
Oh,
don't
that's
try
cool.
doing both. I just get too frustrated. I get to the point where it's just like, no, I can't stand it.
Well, good.
Guess
That
I'm
makes me
getting
feel
old.
better, because I have a hard time doing them both too, and I end up usually just
Yeah,
flying,
it's
because
just
our weather's nice most of the time.
like some of the other guys are, oh, how come you're not going flying? How come you're not going flying? Well, you know what? By the time I get out there, right now, if I go flying right now with the building and everything else going on, by the time I get to the field, I'm so PO'd, I just want to go back home. Like I
Right.
just don't want to do it. It's the wrong time of year for me.
Hey, Len, you have good
Yeah.
experience to be a Pampa president.
Thanks, Mark.
Anytime, buddy.
I hate going to the field not being comfortable, and I think 70 degrees is comfortable.
I agree, Sparky. I agree 100%.
Not
I'm not going out there in
55.
45 or 50 degrees, freezing my butt off and dealing with it. No, I'm not doing it. Dealing with mud and everything else. I don't want to play.
Yeah.
They want to
Oh,
play, go for it.
man.
I
Not
know
interested.
you're at. John,
Oh,
You know, Tom Rammel, he's
no fun.
he's telling me his dimensions of his garage. His garage is 24 by 40.
Wow.
Good.
That's a
That's a
hangar.
good
That's a
size.
shop.
Man, Tom has it going on, I'm telling you.
That's
Yes.
a big old garage.
Steve says, yeah, flying weather on Wednesday, 62 degrees. No thanks.
Yeah, I agree, Sparky. I'm quite happy sitting down in my shop when it's 62 degrees.
Next Tuesday is 69, so it'll be 70. So I don't know what the wind will be, but let's see what Wednesday is. Wednesday is 70. Not this coming Wednesday, but the next following Wednesday is 72. So there we go. We're starting to get into flight, but the wind will be blowing probably 100 mile an hour.
Oh. Little wind, little ice, little rain, little snow, little wind.
Yeah, skip it. That's when I stay down in the shop, build airplanes, and drink
It's
hot
part of flying a
chocolate.
real airplane.
If I ain't comfortable, it ain't no fun.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
I agree.
That's true. Let me see what Dennis Adamison's been up to. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Hanging in there. Hanging in there. And yeah, it's been really windy here and everything like that. So I've been I've been catching up on line making and promised some lines to some people and stuff like that. So over the last few days, I've made 18 sets of lines.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it till I had them all stacked up. Said, you did what? And
You
and
was
it's
in
like,
the zone.
how stupid am I to get there? Get in that position. So
Well, I bet you're really proficient at it by now.
you'd think so.
You might want to do a show and tell. I bet you can do it pretty quickly.
Darn right.
Yeah,
I
you should
know
do a
there's
show and
people who
tell on
say they
that.
can do a set of lines in 10 minutes. I can't get there. So not even close. So
How long
I
does it
can
take
do
you
I
make
can do
a
them
set
in
of lines?
about 10. Ask Stuart.
I don't know, probably about 20 minutes for most of them. What I was doing is in my basement, I can make up a length of line. Let's say I'm going to make, I'm trying to make the line, stretch it, and then out, outdoors, make the final length after I've stretched it. All right. So there's like an extra step I didn't used to do before. And generally speaking, it seems to help. So what I'll do is I'll make the line in the basement that's oversized, not really measured, just, whatever I want, plus a couple of feet. And I'll make it just so I have two ends on it so I can take it out and pull test it or, stretch it out. And then once I get that, assuming everything goes well and stuff, then I can make the line. After that, I'll take and anchor the line and mark them and tie the second end and stuff like that, and then stretch it one more time. This time more than anything, just to double check the new knot that I put in there. So I had a bunch of these things made. And of course, if I'm making two sets of lines, I'll make I'll make a line that's like 130 feet long or something like that, and I'll stretch the whole line and then fold it in half and make a set of lines out of that. So
Good idea. Thanks for reminding me to do that.
Are you making steel lines or
Spectra,
different?
the Spectra fishing lines.
Oh, and how do you put the ends? How do you put the eyelets on those? How do you tie those?
Well, I tied the loops that the combat guys came up with. You tie an end with a loop in it. It's actually a double loop, and then I put a welded wire loop into that, tie it into that, so that that gives me something to tie the lines to.
You getting them welded loops from Lure Parts online?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get a lot of this stuff at a fishing tackle shop.
Very nice. Yeah. See that, Stephen?
Yeah, I can see it.
A little, so you have to chop around a little bit. It's regular fishing tackle item. That ring is actually rated at 260 pounds. So I figure that's strong enough. You just tie these loops the way the combat guys do, and there's some stuff on Stunt Hangar. There's a thread on it. There's a video. Mike Stenson put a real nice video together.
Yeah.
And there you go. So,
And that's the Lenny loop too, right?
that's it. Do a little Lenny loop around the to hold the ring so it doesn't slip around or anything like that. And I think it helps. Spread the load a little bit in in the line ends. So usually, if I'm going to have a problem, if I break a line in a pull test, it breaks right there, just outside the edge of the knot. So
And you put some saliva on that knot or that part to make the knot. Do you do that?
Yeah, anytime you're tying fishing line, you need to keep it wet. So I'm always spitting on it and spitting on it some more and some more. It but when you tie the line and stuff, there's a lot of friction locally, when you're tightening things up, and you need to be able to chill it out. So, so you don't essentially you don't burn the line in the middle of the knot. So
Mom and Dad.
anyhow, I had some extra line here. I made some lime green ones for Steve Smith, and then these are these are not quite as bright as those. These are just about the same color as this airplane, but
Very nice.
yeah. Anyhow, that's what you do when the wind is blowing 13 miles an hour with 26-mile-an-hour gusts. Hey, I think I'll make some lines.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. Hey, Sparky, before you go, do you want to share with us anything?
Not really. I don't have, I sent the airplane home with Steve today is all. I glued the hinges on this morning and sent it out.
Could you ask Steve to send me his shipping address? I got his lines. I just as soon get him out of here.
I'll tell him when I talk to him.
Okay.
What were we gonna say, Mark?
No, it was me, Sparky. I said that airplane looked awesome. Really nice job.
It turned out okay. I mean,
Oh, you betcha. For
For
monocoat, it looked really good. Yeah, oh, you bet.
it's a good solid 13.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that because Steve's still working on his pattern and all that, so he doesn't need a 20-pointer to be doing that. To be working on his pattern.
Sparky, how did the airplane bounce before he had all that? It was nose heavy and he had tail weight and everything like that. Do you think he got pretty close to the bounce this time?
Yes, and I mean it's not as far back as I would like it. It balances about 2.5 inches to 2 3/4 inches back from the leading edge. But the problem that he had is the person who put that airplane together for him. I watched it fly and it had no turn, so I added enough tail weight in it to get it to turn. But I didn't have the airplane apart. I didn't know what was inside. I didn't really look at the control ratios. When I put it I left his horn the way it was, and I used his flap horn, original flap horn, and I put it together, and I noticed that had way more flap movement than elevator. So he was flying off the flaps. Well, the thing mushed, it was mushing in the corners.
Sure.
So not only did I move the pivot point all the way to the top so we got more action on the elevator, because he's running 1.5 horns in it instead of 1.25. So I moved it all the way to the top. We have more ratio there, but that plane originally had a 3-inch wide stabilizer and 3-inch wide elevators at the root. Well, now it has 4-inch wide stabilizer and 4-inch elevators, the same span. So it's got more area, more movement. That thing should turn really well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 6 ounces lighter. So, and there's no tip weight. It had like 2 2.25 ounces of tip weight in it, where they had big sinkers glued inside the hollow tip. I mean, big sinkers. So I took that out. What is this? John Miller. Hello.
So we got Tom Rammel. He said that he has 2 cars and a boat take up 3/4 of his garage and 1/4 for airplanes. And then he goes on to say, I still have ice on the lake, maybe 2 feet of water near the shoreline.
Yeah, but he can, if he's got it, he can pull something outside and use it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
Yeah, and he has those
That's right.
he has those RC planes with the what do you call it?
Floats.
The floats. Thank you.
He had a real plane with floats. You ever seen pictures of his real one?
Yeah, I remember seeing his garage. Or you can see his plane in the garage.
Well, anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. I got a early morning.
All right. Hey,
Y'all have a
good
great
day.
one. I'll see you Friday.
Have a good day flying,
So,
man.
thank
Tell us
you.
all about it when you come back Friday.
Take care, everybody.
All right, we'll do.
Yeah.
So you're leaving in
Looks
a
like
couple
Stuart.
days, Dennis? You're leaving what, Wednesday?
Wednesday morning. So I think I have my airplane stuff ready to go, and I have to pack tomorrow. And while we're watching the grandkids tomorrow too, so it's going to be a busy day. But I think my goal anyway is to have the car ready to go at 7 o'clock and then just veg out for the evening. Try to head out about 7 a.m. Wednesday.
Danny, you're welcome to stop by the house if Kansas City's on your way, and if you need a place to stay, you're more than
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah, I think I'm going through Oklahoma into Texas and everything. I don't think I'm touching Kansas, but that's good to know.
They got some crazy.
What can I say? It's, west till you smell it and south till you step in it. So
Yeah.
I've never heard that saying before. That's pretty interesting.
Mark Weiss still on here?
Yes.
Hey, how would you like to be the Stunt Hangar owner? You're already the Pampa president. Take my job too.
It's so tempting.
I'll bet.
Sparky, no one can do it as well as you can.
Yeah. It drives me nuts.
Well, we got that in common.
Yeah. I bet you don't get phone calls at 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, just people knocking on my door.
Yeah.
No,
Hey.
you and I will endure.
Yeah.
Hey, you two guys are legends and we are not worthy.
Oh yeah.
that's it.
No, that's true. To you guys that make it happen.
Tom Ramos says the real seaplane is in the hangar down by the lake. Oh, that's what I remember seeing. Okay. Yeah, Tom has it going on. So Sparky, what's your next project?
I'm going to take that. I was looking for some 1/8-inch fine line tape so I can tape off that profile. I don't have any, so I ordered it. It won't be here till Wednesday. So I think tomorrow I'm just going to take a day off because I got nothing to do. I don't want to build any more stuff. I want to paint that profile. I'm going to drag the P47 off the wall, wipe all the ink off, wipe it down, re-ink it, and clear it, and then we'll fly that this season. I got the
Awesome.
Aegis that I need to get it in the. I mean, that's slated for this year, and I got these 2 Vipers that I'm going to trim. Plus, I'm building one, so another one. So I got a few airplanes. I'm going into the
Just a
season
few.
with 5 airplanes that are ready to go.
Nice.
So if I hit the ground, I could take the lines off one and put it on another one.
That fine line tape, is that paper or is it vinyl, or what kind of fine line tape is it?
It's vinyl, plastic. I could use electrical tape, but electrical tape leaves behind too much glue.
So is this a 3M?
Yeah, 3. That's the best. I got 4 or 5 rolls, maybe more than that. I got more than that. I got 10 rolls of that Great Plains crap that Tom Morris wanted me to buy, but I ain't using that. It don't stick for a darn. So tomorrow I'll probably just take a day off. That series for the crash repair only did 12% with a 2% click-through rate, so wasn't worth doing. So I got to come up with something good for you guys.
Yeah, I like it. I'm only on video 9 though. So I hope to finish 9 and continue going on. I really like it.
There's 25 of them. 25 videos. And I was only supposed to build a fuselage.
Yeah.
I just felt it'd be best that I do the whole thing.
Well, it sure looks nice. Boy, it doesn't look like an R.
It's got to fly nice now. Oh, that trick that I did with the fillets, I think I would do it differently the next time around, but the fillets turned out really good. You can't see, you know how on monocoque airplanes it's either square or whatever, and then sometimes they'll put the fillets in and then paint the fuselage. Well, this is a monocoque fuselage, but I painted the fillets to match the monocoque, and you can't tell. I mean, it looks like it's painted, like it's supposed to be. So, but I just did a real, right next to where the fillet went all the way around. So it looks like the fillet belongs there. Silver.
Very nice. Now, did you put the fillets against wood, or did you actually put the fillet on the film?
It went right on the film.
Wow.
And I know some people say that you can't do that. Well, let me tell you, my saucer that I monocoated. This is 91. I monocoated the wings, painted the fuselage, and I used epoxylite on it. That epoxylite was rock hard, just like this Superfill, and it didn't crack off, so it'll be fine. I'll bet on it.
Did you sand the monocoat or anything like that, or just put it on just clear, or just plain?
I just scuffed it a little bit, not much.
Okay.
320 and just a little. And it's an ARF. If it comes off, if it wasn't on there before, if it comes off, you ain't losing nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's less important for the electric, but I could see where the gas guys could really get into that, because that's a place where you could collect oil like crazy. And having a fillet on that joint would be fantastic.
Well, that's what my saucer was I sold it to John Lowry, and Fox was going to pick it up as a kit, but Fox was on his way out. It sealed it off there. It was a Pipe 32 airplane. So was there any fuel getting on it? No, it's shooting it behind, but it works real good, if you do that. And then like I said, I matched that and that silver monocoque, which is I just found out monocoque is no more. It's out of business, but the color that matches it is GM silver. It matches perfect. Now, if it was white, it would be hard to match, because, the duplicolor comes in color match, but there's about 10 billion shades of white, and there's only 4 shades of silver.
Mark Lumen, you're back.
Yeah, I had a quick phone call, so had to come back.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah.
I have a comment from Ara. He says that my flying cutoff is 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, great.
With my feet dry and toasty.
40 degrees Fahrenheit. Shit, I won't even go outside the house for nothing. Too cold.
I think that's too cold too. But I'm from Southern California, so.
Yeah, but see, Charles, I'm originally from the desert of the Salton Sea, 131 in the shade there.
Yeah. It gets hot there in Salton Sea.
131 in the shade. Man, you better not go there.
I love it.
The shade is hot. Oh,
I love it that hot.
yeah. Well, this time of year, 50 degrees seems like springtime. In the fall, 50 degrees feels like you're going to freeze your yazoo off, but
No, I ain't going there out till it's 70. And 70's a little on the chilly side. You got the humidity.
Haven't started painting yet. I haven't got time to fly for a while. I got a bucket load of painting to do. Oh my gosh.
Got that noble done?
I got a Brodax Zero to paint. I got a Gieske Nobler to cover in paint. I've got just Naomi's got 2 airplanes to paint. Yeah, we got lots of painting coming up.
Don't think about it, Stuart. Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop thinking and start building. Get it together. Glue it, man.
Steve's making good progress on his crossbar. He should be done somewhere around 2025. Got the wing stabilizer and elevator done, the flaps done. Of course, you know what? I don't think he papered the flaps yet. I think he doped them, but didn't paper them yet. And we got the fuselage built and the pieces molded. So as soon as the flaps are done and we get them attached, we can attach his fuselage, and then it's just another big piece that I don't have room for.
Yeah.
I got a question. Anybody know what kind of red Bob Gieske used on his Nobler?
Red?
I think it was
I don't know
Fokker
what
red.
color red. What's that, Dennis?
I think it was Fokker red.
Fokker
That
red.
was the
Okay.
really, really dark red that I think both Sig and Aerogloss had that color.
Yeah.
It's different than like Insignia red was a brighter, some hint of orange in it to it and stuff. But the Fokker red was just really, really deep.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was probably a Randolph color. Oh, I don't know their color. But
Well, if you want to go there, you want it Pontiac red. W3665 Pontiac red.
Okay. That's Randolph.
Yeah, it's Randolph. That's
Okay.
I got some of it. Cadillac red's a little oranger. You don't want to go with the Santa Fe red. That's maroon. And Tennessee red's just it's a toss up between Pontiac red and Tennessee red.
I think the Tennessee red is that was the really dark shade, wasn't it? Doesn't really have anything else in it. Yeah.
I would paint it Pontiac red. W3665.
Pontiac red.
I'm going to Wix this week. Got to get some thinner and some white.
One of our guys wants to get some Randolph dope in the next few weeks, so I'll see if I can get him to pick me up a quart.
$50.
He's going.
Maybe 55.
He's going. Yeah, it'll probably be more here. Canadian money.
Your money's worth less.
No, our money's worth nothing. Oh my God.
You pay $60 for it, that's $40 hard time.
Don't even go there. There's a reason why I can't go to Brodax, the Nats, or anything else. It's just ridiculous. I just can't. It's just everything's too expensive.
Same here. I feel you, Lynn.
Oh, it's just like I got to eat still. I can't.
Yeah,
like, it's just
exactly.
ridiculous. I can't afford it. When I was working, it was great, but I'm not going to go back to working 40 and 50 hour weeks. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Not at
understand that.
62. I'm not interested.
Yeah. You got to enjoy your hobby.
Well, I've had one heart attack. I'm not looking for another one.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the hobby and I play with it the best I can.
Get you a part-time job as a Walmart greeter.
I work part-time now. I work part-time at a grocery store pushing carts.
Do you really?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years. Well, actually 2 years doing that. Before that, I worked in produce, moving produce around all day. But you know what? I got tired of carrying 50-pound bags of 50-pound bags of carrots, 50-pound boxes of celery and all that. Oh man. My
Oh,
back was
wow.
saying, "What are you doing?"
I'm trying
Looks
to
like
get on to a little motorhome place here in the neighborhood part-time. I'll probably go this week to see if he's got an opening for me.
that'd be great.
It's good
I
to
think
do a little something, but like I say, I'm not going to go out and kill myself over it anymore.
looks like John Miller is making his connection here. So we'll
Good.
see what happens here.
Go, John, go.
Got it.
He's connecting his audio, and so we'll see what happens.
We're due for a good chat with John. We haven't talked to him for months.
I know.
Seems like it.
I'm surprised it's taking this long. Here we go.
Working at it.
Yeah. Now the audio should be the video. The video should be coming on.
Your beard looks good, Len.
Oh, thank you. I need to have a shave. I'm just being lazy. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the
we
day.
get tomorrow I got a date with my razor.
Come on, John Miller.
Noblers look
Low bandwidth.
Oh man. I thought that's gonna be a thing of the past.
I think he worked for the phone company. He's got to complain to the ISP and say, "Hey, man, give me some speed."
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm not
Is
gonna go
it
ahead.
his location? Is that what the problem is?
I don't think so because he used to have no problem. He hasn't moved. He still lives there at the same place. So I thought because I was having problems connectivity wise. I don't know if you guys noticed. And then I formatted my hard drive and reinstalled the operating system and reinstalled some of the programs. I finally got it back to how it used to be, and then I changed the configuration of my 3 monitors. And I have one monitor that doesn't look right, but I it was worth it. I was about ready to buy another laptop, but I didn't want to spend the money. I'd rather use that toward going to the World Championships.
Attaboy.
You know, I'm going to end the live stream. I don't know what's going on with John, and I want to thank everybody for coming in, and we can continue to hang out in the after party.